this transfer window has been tricky, let's say. We lost Ferreira, obviously, but we didn't lose any other big names, which is good, and we had to raise a little bit of money because we don't have much money to spend. We signed some players. Obviously, we're limited by, the money we can spend. The wages we can give is nothing compared to the guys. And obviously, we can only sign Portuguese player and people in Africa that speak Portuguese, and there's not been many good ones of those recently that are good enough to come through. So that's been tricky. But thankfully, we've got a nice, easy start to the season. We're playing Porto in the, is it Charity Shield thing? I guess it's the winners of the league versus the winners of the cup, but they won both, so we're runners-up. And then our first league game is away against Porto. Good. Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome back. Right, let's take you through it. I'll take you through the outs first. So, Ferreira's gone to Arsenal for 26 mil. Quiros went to Nimes for 850k. Manisel Duarte, the left back, because I don't think he's going to develop into a really, really good player. He's 21 already. He's a solid player. I don't think he ever really performed for us. Not really. So, I was happy to get 5 million for him. Books left on a free. Sad times, but it had to be done. A legend of the club. Been brilliant for us. But it was time. He was starting to get upset about not having enough first-team football. Got rid of a couple of youngsters. Loaned a couple of youngsters out. And did we lose anybody here for it? Obviously, we did those. Yeah. And that's it. Right? Decent. But we don't get all that money, remember? Because it was only 35% of transfers. I managed to persuade them to give me 50% of transfers, which was good. So, who did we bring in? Not that many. That was all January. So, these are my signings. And one of them was maybe a slight mistake. We got one more to come in, though, as well. Hello. So, we've got Alton Towers, who's like a solid backup goalkeeper. He's not terrible. The scouts really think he's rubbish, but I don't think he's that bad at all. He's Cape Verdean and he's on cheap wages. Just have another goalkeeper there. But then I decided to keep my other young Portuguese goalkeepers. So we got 3 goalkeepers, which is weird for me. I know most football teams do that, but I feel weird about it. Then we needed strength and defence. That was the main thing we needed, and then replace Ferreira. One of those things we've done. Penetra is the guy we've got in as a centre-back option. 27 years old. Just a really solid all-rounder, decent technicals, and he's a ball-playing defender as well. Good physicals without being, unspectacular but good. He's been at the same club for years. So I think he's a good signing. He's an improvement on some of those youngsters that we had. And then this guy. Now, I've overpaid for him. I know I've overpaid for him, but it's honestly the best I could do. There's not that many good youngsters that aren't already at Porto and Benfica and Sporting that will actually leave. This guy did because he wanted first team football. He's good, don't get me wrong. I think he could become a very good player. He's our first choice right back. I won't be, despite the fact he can play at centre back, I won't be playing him there because he's 5'6" and he has 3 jumping reach. Okay. What's the bet? I forget that at some point this season and just chuck him in. But no, he's a very good player. I don't think he's worth the money that we paid for him, but we had to pay it. That was the best we could do. There's not that many players that we can get hold of now. And finally, we're getting in because we need another left-back option. We've had to sell players to squeeze out enough money. I didn't really want to. Is he still going? We could maybe cancel this one now. 2.4 mil. I think I've got enough money to sign this guy now. So it's 2. Because, yeah. So this is our new left-back option. Again, probably overpaying a little bit, but he's a very good youngster. 19 years old. Needed somebody at left-back that can do it, and he's pretty good, well-rounded. He's okay at going forward, but he can work that. Work rate and off the ball is probably the only thing that sort of lets him down, but hopefully we can improve that. So, yeah. Not the easiest transfer window, not, what I was hoping for, but we have news. that I may have forgot to mention at the beginning of the episode. Big news. We were talking about how we compete with top 3. It's very hard to make this jump, right? But the board have done something. We are building a new stadium, my friends. The Fernando Mazzola Pinto Arena. I looked, right? I was like, who the fuck is this guy? He's an icon of a player at some point. Anyone want to let me know in the comments, feel free. But it's 27,000. It's 2 years' time. That's massive, right? That's 2.5 times what we've already got. That is actually really, really huge. I think we've taken out a bit is paid for, a bit is loan. Yes, we've got 38 million bank loan. There was another 20 million or something. I can't remember what it exactly was and stuff. You know, it's a chunk of money, but that is how we get there. We could just sit in this club forever and not really get anywhere with this small capacity. So that is the future. But we've got 2 years. I don't even know what to expect this season. I'm hoping for just get top 6 for the next couple of years. And just keep plodding away, and then, unless we go on some magic run and stuff. Yeah, so I'm selling that centre-back to raise money, which means we only have 3 centre-backs. So, or have I not moved him in yet? Welcome to the first team squad. Have I lost him? Where is he? Did I move him in? Have I not seen him? Am I going mad? Yes, there he is. Danilo Brandao. He's 15. But he's good. Like, he could be good. And he's going to, he's going to get game time. Right. So, we really had to squeeze the budgets and stuff. Right. Okay. Goalkeeper. It's Porto. It's Porto. Right. That's all that needs to be said. It's Porto. But that means we've got Noves, Penatra and Durame as our, best 3 centre-backs. Yeah. And then, if needed, the youngster comes in, essentially. I'm just going to get rid of Davies where they can get smashed about in the face for a bit. We'll put Keanu at left-back. Oh, and yeah, so the other problem that I was trying to fix was replacing Ferreira. I looked. No. There was a chance I could have signed Silva Rio, but it was 28 million or something, and we could have got him back, but I couldn't afford it, or his wages. So Roger's going to, hopefully, he had a better second half of the season. But also, when I was sort of scouting for players and going through the attributes that I wanted, when I had to drop down to people that would actually join me, people like Hugo Felix were popping up, and Sek and other players. So we've got 3 or 4 players that can play there. They're just... one of them needs to stick. Or they all need to be rubbish, and I'll cry a little bit. One of those things is going to happen. But we kept the main 2 ball-winning midfielder and Justo, who I was very happy with last season. And then we're going to... and this is another one of our youngsters. Nelson Ricardo Camalio. Looks like a decent prospect. Don't think he's ever going to be a world beater, but could be a valuable squad player for some random games. We've still got Gonçalves, despite getting loads of bids for him, which is good, and he hasn't kicked up a fuss, which is very nice. Big Rog on the left. We'll go Folha at number 10, and obviously Costa. Another thing we didn't really fix is a backup to Costa, because Sek... he started all right and then fell off a cliff. Not literally, but he might as well have. Okay, yep. You... we'll stick you on the bench as well. Carvalho, Sek, and you as well. Let's get you all on the bench, lads. This guy sort of play as a D? Not really. Right, let's go get smashed by Porto. I'm only doing this once, right? We're seeing this Charity Shield thingy, wherever it is. I'm not doing the league game as well. Because I don't want to. Well, I have to, but I'm not going to show you. It's embarrassing. Okay, let's just enjoy the day. It's even worse because we didn't really get to this competition because we're just runners-up. It just so happens Porto won everything. Emerson Royale with cheese. Good save, Valido. I didn't really look at goalkeeper replacement. Valido's been good, and we're not going to find better with no money because that's how transfers work. I did almost spend £3 million on an Angolan 32-year-old left back, but then I came to my senses. Go on, Fowler. Okay. It's a 30-yard game, first down. I'm hopeful that they're playing a rotated squad. I definitely didn't forget to take off all the positions, and therefore all of my friendlies were with the same squad of 11 players. I wouldn't have done that because that's stupid. Go on, Rog. Not bad ball. Go on, Rog. Ooh, it's looking bright. I'm not taking anything from this game because I don't know if they're... Shimmikas. He's absolutely beastly in FM. Because they might... Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, don't be a long-term injury. Don't be a long-term injury. We've got such a tiny little squad. We cannot have an injury. Go on. Oh. Holding our own. Big crowd. Yeah, the stadium is massive news. It was out of the blue. I didn't even ask for it. That's massive. I wasn't expecting them to name it after me. You know, it would have been nice. I'm not saying I would have been against it. I feel like, you know, I'm the one that's got us in a position where the stadium wouldn't exist if it wasn't for me. But I would have liked a better name, you know. Good save. Oh, what a save that is. Okay. To some random player. I bet he's from like the 1940s or something and he played 100 times for them or some rubbish. Right. I was going to bring in a lot of the youngsters, get some debuts out, but there's a chance we win this. And it's silverware. It all helps, right? Regoufe's playing nice. We like that. Okay. If we concede a couple of goals, then I'll bring on the youngsters. But right now, there's a chance. Right, Shimikas. Get a... Oh, no. Do we not have VAR in there? Right. Come on, Valido. Come on. Come on. Big save. Went the right way. Right, we'll give it like 15 minutes of going for it. Come on, boys. At least it's not a thrashing. Yet. Okay. The XG, you know, scorelines, it's not a thrashing. Here we go. Lovely. Come on, one chance. That's all we need. Lovely. Oh, heavy touch from Salvez. And here come Porto again. Royale with cheese. Oh, make a tackle. Ball out. Okay, it's deep. Are they toying with us? Oh, okay. All right, let's bring on the youngsters. Might break some records with the youngest player and stuff. Carvalho can come on. Can you actually play up top? Not really. Sec for Costa. Bandera can come on as he can play either role. No, he can't because 5. Because 5. Right, leave it, Porto, now. You've won it. Well done. Woo, good stuff. Right, don't need to score more. This is not the league. There's no goal difference stuff. Let it go. I've got a child on the pitch, okay? There's children involved. Go on. Oh, get his foot in. Nice. He's looked good on his debut. 6.8 when we've conceded 2. It's not too bad at all. Been done by Royale. That's a bad sign, isn't it? That's a nice ball. Is he not off? Keeper close the distance. Might get a youngest ever player in the Charity Shield thingy. Go on, boys. Just clear it. There we go. Not too bad. You know, I would have taken 2-0. I've got to be honest. Their XG is quite hard. Oh, don't. It's over. It's over, ref. We are already dead. Or are we? Carvalho. Lovely. Almeida. Heavy touch. Ref. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you know, not doing a big trophy ceremony for the Champions League. Not Champions League, Charity Shield. Okay, Almeida was anxious. Don't worry about it, mate. So, the transfer window was tricky. As this is like the overview. Transfer window was tricky. We lost one of our best players. Arguably our best player. We knew that was always going to happen. But we spent the money. We've got 2 good youngsters coming in. We've got 1 good youngster on the right back, another good youngster on the left back. I'm not sure if they're ever going to be world beaters. I think Ragufe's the better one, but he cost us a lot of money. We've got money in the bank. But the big thing is, the biggest thing of all is the new stadium. That's 28,000. I don't know how big the stadiums are in... Okay, 64 for Benfica. If I just make it season preview and then I'll know who's at the top. Porto is 50,000. Sporting is 52. And then this will probably be next biggest. 30. 26. So we're live. I'm happy with that. 8 weeks. Oh, that's the worst part of it. But then we got to play him again. 12 matches. What's that? If you round down, that's none. Right, there we go, my friends. We are done for the day. Let me know what you think of the signings. Why is he unregistered? That's fine. The left back's coming in as well. That should provide competition for Keanu and also mean that Bandera can fill in at centre midfield a bit more. Can't do anything about the left wing. We're just going to have to find... We've got options. There's 5 players. He's not very good. 4 players that can play in that position. Someone will find some form. We can go back to this 6 months into the season and it won't be. Right, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the support as always. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.